Next one. They're all matched. It's okay. If they are matched, allow them. So shall we choose?
Please, it's very important because from this clip now, what's of interest rather, where is the register of voter there? We can see ballot papers and ballot box. Where is the register of voter? That's our business here. We've got to see the register of voter. That's our business here. Please, voter.
The premises under
because when INEC is doing election, you queue up, you check your name first on the register, we take it before we give you a ballot paper. We want to see all of this in one after the other. And exactly, then the officials should be there and all that. Even if CIAC is not part of them, we're not going to that, but we want to see the register of voters. That's our business. Is there any register of voter here?
Well, this was also this in Kano.
Yes.
Was this in Kano? Eh?
Is it Kano too here?
No, no, wait. Don't worry. Go move to the next. Eh?
But can we all answer this question? Is the register of voter?
We'll make our observations, don't worry.
Chief, Elijah, is the register of voter? No, Elijah. Yeah? No. It's a ballot paper.
Yes, but in the case of the other debates, you were asking about underage voting. I'm sure you must have seen it there.
We can see children there. We can see a ballot paper here. We can see a ballot box here, but there's no register of voters.
We have not seen it. We have not seen presiding officers.
As you can also see here now, what is going on is thumb printing. Thumb printing. But there's no register of voter. There's no register of voter. We can see on that age.
That's it.
As to the opinion we attach to is different. But we can see that there are small children, a ballot paper, a ballot box, but no register of voter. Because the law is about the register of voter. That's why we are here.
Okay. That's all.
Let's vote for this. Then we have.
We have the flash.
I know that one.
That's the flash.
That's for the other product.
No problem, we can still watch it.
Yes, we can.
We want to be sure that what we are collecting exactly so that you see that you say
Meeting with the media houses, both electronic and the print. We have also written to them to send to us. We are still waiting anyway. The clips, we already have these ones. And any one of you here, if you don't even have it here, we are still available. Bring the clip that you took on that day. Different from what everybody already have access to. But we wrote to every one of them after meeting, which they didn't give to us here, and we still wrote to them to help us with that.
And the local government, the ward and the PU number is very important.
It is money give us.
If you can, because sometimes
once they give us the name, we can trace it.
and once they give us the name, we can trace it.
This is one the APC gave us.
Okay.
The only thing is, I think,
For your information too, this one we have it. You shall hear from the commission on
this
that.
one we have.
We have this one, but the commission will be the one that will speak to the entire world. when we are done with our job, and Nigeria will hear. Give to them, so that they can see that we have been asking everybody, help us to help Nigeria. Help us to help Nigeria. We will do our bit. You will also do your own contribution. Okay. The register of voters is the reason why we are in Kano State.
One can doubt that.
Coming to you.
Let me explain something, sir.
Yes, sir.
You see, everything that you saw on the net was taken by us. Was taken by us, the public.
Okay.
We have social media clubs in our parties.
Yes.
We have PDP social media forum.
All right.
We have branches all over the federation.
Yes.
In every ward we have representatives. In every unit we have representatives too. So it is those people who did the posting.
Okay.
Some of them write straight from their own villages. Some of them from their local governments. So if you are asking for what we did ourselves, these are the things we did ourselves really, and that's why they are the things you will see on net.
But you know that this was general. These ones are general.
Yes.
Can claim ownership because you said there's an account holder.
Yes.
You give us what was our
That's
technical
what I'm trying to tell you now.
So that
Now, if my colleague is here, he can tell you exactly who and where they did their own voting. In our own case, we have done that in our paper there. We have stated clearly the unit, the ward, the local government area. Yes.
I want to thank you. Yeah, next, let's take the next question.
My name is Rabi Ayuba,
Yes, sir.
United Democratic Party Chairman.
UNDP.
UDP.
Okay, UDP, sorry.
Please, you can authorize me to say it in Hausa.
You know, say it outside the
Mun fara wannan magana ta underage 13 March a ofis na IPAC na Zuro. Muka fara magana da all chairmans na IPAC, abin chairman 7 and chairman, da kuma muka haɗu shawari aka fara cewa duk abin da muka gani ba za mu magana ba. A nan sai wasu suka yarda, wasu kuma mu ba mu yarda ba, mu biyar. Ba mu yarda cewa duk abin da muka gani za mu shiru ba. To daga nan muka fara rigima da su ba za mu bar su underage su yi zaɓe ba. A Zuro saboda ina shi a rubuce. Muka yi sai na rubuta wa gwamna political sabotage ba IPAC leaders na rubuta wa gwamna. Saboda an ce underage su yi zaɓe kaga rigima za ta taso. Muka zo ana wannan aka sake kira mitin mu yi haƙuri mai da duk abin da gwamnati ta bayar za a ba mu, amma in ba mu yadda ba in gwamnati ta ba da abu ba za a ba mu. Mu biyar muka ce ba yadda ba, aka zo aka yi zaɓe na IPAC a nan. Da aka yi zaɓe na IPAC aka sake komawa duk abin da a gani ba wani ciyaman da zai magana. Wanda yake sa wannan abu shine SA Interparty. Aka zo aka yi wannan zaɓe, sau ni zaɓe na je na yi yawo wurare daban-daban na gani. Mu an cire mu a cikin mu biyar saboda ba mu yadda an da ce yi zaɓe ba. Mu biyar political parties aka cire mu, UDP, YDP, Power Party, Better Life for Nigeria, da kuma wannan mu biyar ne aka cire mu. Aka cire mu saboda ba mu yadda ba. Mun je mun zaga abinda aka faɗa, abinda aka ce mu yadda shi muka yadda da shi shine aka yi. Na fara da kamar ta Shawuci Wat overall bai na je na ga yadda abu na je zage maza ta zage zango na je na ga yadda ake daga nan na hau babur ni da kaina na tafi sai da je ɗan lemu don in ga abin da ake faruwa a can.
Ok, me ka gani abin da ake yi?
Abin da ake underage din nan da ake
yi. Mutum ya zo ya yake
yauwa idan ka zo kawai dama akwai mutane ka zuwa zaɓe za ka yi wani da ko ƙwai a yi baka. Kawai da ka zo ka yi can.
Ba zai tambayi ya kamka.
Babu no. Ba wani magana ko ba a magana komai a ciki.
Babu mai rijista.
Akwai rijista?
Akwai rijista da an baka rijista shi kenan. Za ka rijista.
Akwai ballot paper.
Akwai ballot paper.
akwai rajista.
Akwai rajista.
Wanda a cikin kagan.
Dukkan su gaba ɗaya na gani. Saboda babu su da nuka
Ana
ɗin shaɗi ka.
any checking.
Ba a yi.
Suna ka ko menene?
Ba a yi.
Ba register.
Ba a yi. Abin da yake akwai.
Wai hakuri da ya wai hakuri
Register wani ɗan littafi ne wanda ba a rubuta ba. Ba wai rubuta ba. Sai wata register wanda ga hoton ka ga
normal register to ba a yi. Ba a yi tick. Ba a yi tick. Saboda an ba ka kawai shi ne ka zo ka ɗaya kat za a yago wani paper kawai a baka. Ba ruwan su da wannan. Ba ruwan su da wannan. To wannan abu shi ne muka iya da shi a kan cewar wanda yadda a yi wannan abu ya ba. To shi ne aka cire mu daga cikin waɗanda gwamnati ta ba tallafi mu a ba mu ba.
to an ba party tallafi.
An ba su tallafi duk gaba ɗaya ba su tallafi mu biyar ne ba ba mu ba. Mu biyar ne ba ba mu ba. Shi isa mu ce an ka bari da abin da aka shirya ba. Ina da shi a rubuce. Ban yadda mu karɓi da abin da aka shirya ba saboda ci gaban Kano shi ne ci gaban mu. In an kawo rigima ba za mu koma mu abin da ba ma so a yi rigima na Kano. Mu biyar ban yadda ba a nan ma tun da kana an yi za iya ba da shaida a nan wajen zaɓe ma mu ba mu zaɓe su ba.
Kace da kowa party da ita party da UDP.
Da YDP, Young Democratic Party, yawa akwai kowa party, akwai ACD, akwai Better Nigerian Center.
Wai mitin da kuka yi mitin ne ina so gane. Na
Mun yi
duka
mitin,
duka
ina da
parties.
shi a rubuce.
Yawwa.
Ina da shi a rubuce.
To za mu samu kofi?
Wannan political sabotage ba effort leaders.
Okay.
A gan su wanda muka yi taro, wanda muka yi taro ne a nan.
Go to my Kana da attendance Kofi na attendance.
Ba na kwabi na mitin na attendance. Amma ni ina nuna duk wanda ya ce na yi masa ƙage ya kai da ƙarar kotu. A gaban ku na faɗi wannan. Duk wanda ya ce na faɗi wani magana ba daidai bai kai da ƙarar kotu. Wannan ka ba da ku a yi kotu. Na ba ku da shi. Ni ina da photocopy. Ina da photocopy. Wannan kuma shine complaint din da muka kan irin abubuwan da ke faruwa before election. Muka tura iPad gashi. Saboda shaida ne zama shaida. Ba sai an yi acknowledge an karba. Saboda babu ita.
PDC, People for Democratic Change. Assalamu alaikum. All protocol observed. I am part of PASIL to make this election by February 10 to be held. But due to some unengagement reasons, then I found out I will not be able to be participating in the February election. So with haka sai na zama I was here. That is the only reason. So ban yi participating. That's ai dalili na wata ni dan gwana ne amma saboda wani lokaci da na yi observation na IRI a Gwammaja to a lokaci zai kore sai ne adala. So yanzu sai ne transparent voter registration dina zuwa inda nake gwana ne local government. Saboda haka sai na hakura all my strength will be 2019 insha Allah. A inda na koma gaskiya ni ban ma fito ba saboda ban da Islam.
Sorry sir, wait.
RP Hajiya Samira Baga. I wanted to make let me just start by, I was sent a message on Friday actually for a meeting for INEC. And then suddenly I heard from the media airing that the chairman himself had already concluded that there was no any underage voting. So actually when I was coming today, I kept everything. I said, okay, I'm just going to show my face, and then I don't know what actually we are going to say because it's been announced, so I don't have to say anything. But due to the circumstances and what I've seen and what I've heard, I'm just going to say a few words, and then some recommendations, and then something that maybe the INEC might see through or go through. I was opportune to go around on the 10th of February for the local government election. And then I didn't see any underage voting, but what I saw was different from underage voting. Some of the wards that we actually visited, what's it called? The materials itself were not delivered in time. Like in Hotoro, they delivered the box almost like 3 o'clock. 3 p.m.
Ballot boxes.
Yes, 3 p.m. And there was nobody there, everybody was tired, everybody has gone. So what we saw at that side was the policeman actually printing the whatever, which is comprinting himself, the policeman. The local government, Hotoro not. So, what was true words?
School ward.
Hotoro what? Yes. North.
Hotoro North.
And then polling units was, I will get the information. So what actually happened, we actually escaped because they started fighting and stuff like that. So we went. And then the second one was at Giginyu, that's primary school. I don't really know. Giginyu. Yeah. The box was late too. It came around 2. But there were nothing like accreditation. There was nothing like that. It was just a thumb printing. And then people were the place was empty actually. Just ballot paper and then thumb printed. No register at all. That's actually what happened. So I wish to actually call the INEC, the body itself, please let them have a signage or collaboration with concepts, because as a state chairman, actually, I've seen a lot, and I've been at CANSEC the eve of the election. I left the place around 12 a.m. just because I wanted to have a sticker or wherever, just for me to go around and see how it's going to happen, because we are hoping by next election we might participate in. So actually calling for the body to find a way so all this thing actually can stop, or let's just prevent it for the next election. Thank you.
That day?
Actually, they started fighting and stuff, so you have to run away. Yes.
Do you know anybody who had something you can do dedicated?
I will still check, because I will still do that. I will do that. Thank you.
My name is Abubakar Ibrahim Mati. No, PPN. PPN, People's Party of Nigeria. People's Party of Nigeria. Ibrahim Mati. Like what my colleagues have said, my party did not participate in this election due to what we witnessed since from the money that had been put by the council that the chairman must pay 500, together with the vice chairman must pay 500,000 naira. The council and also councillorship candidates, the fees, yes, electoral fees, 150,000. And then we are not a sitting party. We are not in the government. We don't have money. In the day of election, I have been able to be in my polling unit in Kubozo local government. Naibawa. The polling unit is 005.
Which one?
Naibawa. All the election material, I didn't even see the election material at the time that I went out from.
What time?
Like 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Yes. I only saw few people, but 90% of the people staying in the polling unit are under age.
Under age,
yes.
90%.
90% of the people staying in the polling unit are under age.
But there are no voting officials.
There are no voting officials because they did not come. They did not come along with the materials, so that nobody there. It's only security people that they are still there.
Those people that you saw, were they playing football, or they just queue, or were they waiting for the SEC official to come?
No, they did not take you because there is no election material. They cannot take you. They were sitting under the trees, under the bench of the primary school, because it is a primary school. So this is what I saw.
Mr. Chairman, honorable commissioners, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, YPP, Young Progressive Party. My name is Ibrahim Sadou Kikabara. I'm the chairman of the party in Kano. Mr. Chairman, I want to give a small preamble before I make our submission. Please just bear with me a little. Kano State, the center of our controversy, was created on 27th of May 1967. Though no authentic 1963 census figures are on ground, but the 2006 census figures revealed that Kano has a population of 9,401,288. 9,401,288. And at that time, Kano was declared by that exercise as the most populous state in the country, because it has a 20,131 square kilometer area. The figures of the 2006 census, which declared Kano as the most populous, was closely followed by Lagos. Lagos figures were 9,113,605. So Lagos was closely following Kano. Though there were areas demarcated by the census officials which did not allow them to carry out the census exercise, that's the counting, the physical counting, yet the figures were admitted as the national records. Mr. Chairman, the reason why I brought this preamble is because longest time people who are antagonistic to Kano have been saying that all electoral results and the figures being declared by ANEC were nothing but concoction of, or a combination of people, animals, birds, and the like. That's why I gave this preamble. Therefore, it may not be astonishing if somebody now rises up one day and cries aloud at the toppest of his voice that there were underaged voting in Kano and that the exercise itself was a shamble and flow. I am not an advocate of any organization. I will attest to this. My party did not partake in the 10th February Kano State local government elections because our issue, we in YPP challenged the arrangement made by Kansia, particularly the monetary aspect. We are a political party of youth who are predominantly unemployed, who don't have any trade, and therefore, how could they cough out 250,000 naira for chairmanship candidature and an arbitrary tax of 71,500, and for a councillorship election 150,000 and 51,700 arbitrary tax. That's why when we approached Kanse and they did not see reason to listen to us, we went to court. We filed a suit in the Kano State High Court of Justice, and the Chief Judge of the state arrogated to himself the right to listen or entertain the case. He delayed us and gave us 17th of January for first hearing. We went to the courts. He did not listen to the case. Rather, on that day, he directed us again to another judge of the same High Court. And that judge as well did not see and did not sit and hear from us. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, if you see this scenario, I will be one of the most antagonistic person against Kanse and the state government for conducting the last exercise, the local government exercise. But I feel people who feel Kano should not have the population it has are seeing to it that they dent the population of Kano and the votes cast and monitored and authenticated by ANEC in 2015, and somebody was coming to say 2015 elections were the replica of what happened in the last April 10th, February 10th, 2018 election in the local governments of Kano. We disassociate ourselves from this claim that these video clips, we urge you to subject them to forensic audit to make sure that they were even captured rightly and sincerely. Where digital facilities are used to audit the clips, we will now come to know whether they were just nothing but perhaps a Photoshop. Ladies and gentlemen, on the ongoing voter registration exercise, it's not going.
Sorry, there will be a time when you will meet with me as resident electoral official to discuss all that. We intend to call for a meeting.
Okay.
I think the CVR issue is not an issue to be taken.
Okay. Some of my previous presenters.
Before the recommendation.
Territory, my periphery in Naiba.
Which local government?
But it was a sandwich of Tarauni and Gombozo local government areas.
Where you visited, what did you see at the polling unit?
I saw nothing unusual going on. I saw nothing unusual.
Nothing unusual?
Yes, and I did not bother to find out anything and how was the exercise going on, because I was not a party to it, and I know I was not going to vote. The only thing I minded myself with was that none of my party members was misused as an accredited agent, and luckily I didn't find any. So I was relaxed. Right. What some of us were saying, there should be a dotted, let me not even say a dotted line. Now that it should be a bold line relationship. There should be a bold line relationship between CX and INEC. Because you provide the voter register. Perhaps you provide the card reader. And your names are used while you have no superintendence over what is going on. This is an irony. Where that is not possible, if you cannot initiate a restructure of the electoral laws, then try and make it incumbent upon all state independent electoral commissions to have their own registers created, framed, monitored, and documented by them. Not your own registers being misused. Please, Mr. Chairman, this is our submission. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Girman shugaba zan yi magana ne da yaren Hausa. Sunana Labaran Yakubu, Organizing Secretary jam'iyyar PDM Kano State. Ni abin Labaran Yakubu PDM. Abinda nake faɗa akan waɗannan abubuwan da mutane kowa ya tashi ana magana ne akan underage wanda suka yi zaɓe. A gaskiya abubuwan da suke faruwa na harkar zaben ƙananan hukumomi abubuwa ne wanda suke a bayyana a Najeriya, ba wani abu ya suke ba. Kusan duk jihar da kaje abubuwan da suka faru a Kano din nan kusan su ne suke faruwa a ragowar jihohi. Shine hakikanin gaskiya. Sai dai kawai kullum idan babu kulawa babu gyara to kullum abu yana daɗa lalacewa ne. Kullum abu yana daɗa lalacewa ne. Matukar ba za a yi gyara ba. Kuma gyaran nan baya hannun hukumar zaɓe ta ƙasa, gyaran nan baya hannun mu shugabannin jam'iyyu, gyara ina hannun majalisar jiha da majalisa ta tarayya da sanatoci, gyara yana hannunsu. A matukar za a ce zaɓe, hukumar zaɓe ta ƙasa za ta iya yin wasu zaɓuɓɓuka amma ba za ta iya yin wani ba, yana hannun gwamnan jiha. Dole a haɗu da wannan matsalolin, shi ne gaskiyar zance kawai. Matukar za a ce ni ne nake da dama a jihata, to abin da nake so shi zai yi. So don haka abubuwan da suke faruwa kenan. Gaskiyar zance shine sai dai in akwai wata hanya da za a samar mana da za mu yi koke-koke a kai na samun matakin gyara, amma a haka a halin da muke a ciki yanzu ba za ka iya gyara abubuwan da suke faruwa a zaben ƙananan hukumomi ba. Kuma gaskiya ne wallahi babu kuma hukumar zaɓe ta ƙasa. Dalili shine ba a saurari a voters card ba a saurare shi ba a mafi yawancin wurare. Ba a saurara voters card, ba a buɗe a rijista ta INEC a duba, kawai idan ka zo magana ce ta a ɗauko ballot paper a baka. Wayansu wuraren kuma an kwatanta kamar yadda ya kamata. Misali mazaɓata ta Dala, zan iya tabbatar maka da cewa babu wani anda yake ya zaɓe a kan mazaɓar. Haka zan iya tabbatar maka da mazaɓar Madigawa babu wani anda yake